from Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, MLB The Show brings you the Subway Series. It's the New York Mets taking on the New York Yankees. We get a chance to watch one of the hottest bats in the game. He's been huge for his team, Singy.
Yeah, just impressive contact and seems to find every gap available, Boog. I can't wait to see him in action in this one. Practically unstoppable as of late.
First pitch coming at you right after the break. Just about ready to go. And our pitcher tonight, Clarke Schmidt. What do you look for here?
Well, he's been a very dependable starter for his club. And what stands out for me is that left-handed hitters have really struggled batting below 200 against him. And it just tells me they have a hard time tracking the baseball. Maybe it's the release point, maybe it's the motion, but just some way, somehow, they've got to figure out a way to pick it up and try to have some success from the left side.
Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
Here's Juan Soto.
Could be a big moment for him right here. He's sitting on 999.
Lindor the move. LeMahieu. Slings it across. No chance at the double play with the runner in motion.
Batting third, the first baseman.
Let's take a peek at the Mets lineup here. And a big factor for them in recent games, Juan Soto.
Boog, it's kind of a joke that this guy's got a career OPS over 900. I mean, there are a lot of players that hope that they could just do that in one season, but he's done it his entire career. And in reality, there's only about 60 players that can claim that type of production.
Pete Alonso stands in here, takes ball one low. One out, and a runner at second here in game one of this three-game set. Hot shot to third. And that takes care of Alonso. And now it's Mark Vientos,
the third baseman.
Third on the National League leaderboard for batting average. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Headed for the plate. He'll score, and it's an RBI single, and it's 1-0.
Comes through with the RBI. Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
Runner at first with two away. Here's Jesse Winker. Dives, and he can't hang on. To first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe.
Back-to-back singles. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
First and second, 2 outs. Here's Brandon Nimmo.
He's been tearing it up at the plate recently. Can make it a 5-game hitting streak with a knock in this one.
Swing and a tapper that rolls foul.
It's great to get on the board in the first frame of the ball game, but here's an opportunity for them to really open things up with a couple of runners on. Let's see if they can cash in.
Comes up empty.
0-2 on the ground.
Swing and a ground ball. Can't glove it cleanly. Vientos doesn't stop. Heads for home. But he throws on the brakes gets back to second.
Really nice job of two-strike hitting in that at bat. That's one of those you classify as just too hot to handle. Hit it on the screws, and it couldn't be fielded cleanly, but you can't really blame the defense in that case. Now the base is loaded. Big opportunity for them to break this game open.
And now here's Jeff McNeil. Yeah, that's fouled off. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. High bounce takes it over the fence. That's an automatic double as they score a pair on the play.
You don't want to get greedy, but it's easy to imagine all three runners coming home to score with this type of contact. Yeah, the automatic double costs them a run, but they're still in a position to keep scoring.
So 2 down. Here's the catcher for the Mets, Francisco Alvarez. Close, but called the ball. Ball 1.
Big moment in this game. 2 outs, 2 runners in scoring position, and could really break this thing wide open early.
That one missed.
Well, it stinks to be down by, these runs early in this ball game like this, but you've got 2 outs. You've got to close the door because you still have a chance with how much time is left in this one.
Nimmo at third. McNeil at second with 2 gone. Right through there for a strike. That's a laser base hit. 1 run across. Throw in holds that trail runner at third base. They're at the corners with 2 away.
He was all over that one. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
So 2 outs with runners on the corners. Jose Siri up now for the Mets. And that one hit to first. Base hit, and a run comes in.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Just a simple ground ball the other way that had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
And here comes the Yankees manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Clarke Schmidt won't go any further, and this is one he'd like to forget. Back with a new arm after this.
Now pitching for
out of the bullpen for the Yankees, Tim Hill.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleeding and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. Swing and a fly ball, well struck left field. Bellinger makes the grab, and that is that. All in all, 10 come to the plate. They bat around and 5 score. On to the bottom of the first. It's the Mets 5 and the Yankees coming to bat. And we're back and getting the start. David Peterson. And Singy, we were talking earlier about how he's doing a great job navigating through tough spots.
I've just been so impressed with when it seems like there's more pressure, he's more calm and settles in. He's done an incredible job with runners in scoring position. Most guys, they get a little tight, they start to aim the baseball, but for some reason, he gets looser, the ball comes out of his hand with more life, and he's able to wiggle off the hook of tough situations and get his team back in the dugout.
McNeil gets it to first, and Bellinger is out.
And
time now to check out the New York Yankees lineup. This is a veteran-led lineup right here. A lot of players with plenty of experience, Singy.
Yeah, no doubt about that, Boog. These players have been around the game for a long time, and they may not have the flash that they once did, but they've got the wisdom to be able to understand different situations, be able to think with the opponent and sometimes in front of the opponent. And you always seem to see a team like this. They come to the ballpark, they know how to get down to business, and they understand what the job is at hand.
Shortened the bunt and missed it, and it's 0-2. One down, base is empty. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. And 2 away now.
Just a mid-90s challenge fastball right there. Not much to it. And I'm sure he loved another swing at it because it was in a very hittable location. Those are the swings where you can sometimes start to question yourself as a hitter and say, how did I miss that? But, you know, it happens.
2 outs, base is empty. Hard hit, left field, base hit.
Batting fourth.
That ball was absolutely ripped. 111 off the bat. And I'm pretty sure it started to whistle after it left the bat.
I think I heard that too, Boog. And these are the moments we appreciate when we can look at StatCast and just see exactly what the data is. Always so much fun to see what numbers pop up.
Giancarlo Stanton in the box with 2 gone. And takes a look at a called strike.
When you're taking your lead over there at first, you got to be very careful. This guy on the mound's got a good pickoff move.
Siri in position. Squeezes it, and that ends the inning. 1 left for the Yankees. It's 5-0. New inning getting started, and here is Juan Soto.
Soto.
And that one hammered into the second deck and gone. Hits that ball goodbye. He nails one out to right. His 17th of the year. And they tack on to their lead. It's 6-0. That adds another game to his hitting streak, Chris.
Yeah, he's been doing so many things well at the plate and clearly driving the ball with some authority as part of that. He's really dangerous with the bat in his hands right now. That one was a hanger, and pitchers typically don't get away with making a mistake like that. And right there, he made him pay.
Here's Pete Alonso. Grounded out his first time up. Hit hard on the ground to short. On the run, throw to first. Nicely done for the out. Here's the third baseman, Mark Vientos. RBI single his last time up.
As a batter, he's known for performing better in these night games. He might start 2 for 2 in this one.
Line drive. Come on.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Jesse Winker up now for the Mets. Reached on an infield single his first time. Out to center. Bellinger in position. He makes the grab, and that'll do it. 1 scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. It's now a 6-0 ball game. Back for more from the Bronx. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here is Goldschmidt. Peterson back to work. And that's down and away.
This is one of those times when you want to be aggressive. Go ahead and pitch to contact. Let the defense work behind you. You've got a nice, comfortable lead. Don't try to be too fine.
Left field. Nimmo settles underneath it. Puts it away for the out. And there's one down.
Batting sixth, the second baseman,
Jazz Chisholm Jr. now.
Jr.
And that misses. And it's 1-0.
I can't play around with him here. It's a 6-run lead at this point. Got to attack hitters even if you give up a solo shot.
And that one finds its way through. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Everything came together for him. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
Peterson checks over to first, and he's back. Another throw over, and they're keeping him close. Only one more disengagement left after that move. So the batter now will be Trent Grisham. On the ground to third, might be two. One at second. Over to Alonso for the inning-ending double play. No runs, one hit, no errors, and no one left. We've played two full. It's the Mets 6 and the Yankees nothing. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been playing well. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right center field. Bellinger makes the grab. One up, one down. Jeff McNeil stands in. Doubled his first time up.
McNeil.
McNeil in his 7th season, hitting 7th in today's lineup. What a run over the last 10 as he's hitting over 400 during that span. On the ground, right side. Takes it to the bag, steps on first, and it's out number 2.
The catcher, number 4, Francisco Alvarez.
And next for the Mets, Francisco Alvarez. Singled and drove in a run his first time through. Foul ball. Lined, and that's a base hit. And that keeps the inning alive. Jose Siri, the next to hit. He swings and hits a fly ball center field, and that'll fall for a base hit. Alvarez through second. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
The shortstop, Francisco Lindor.
Francisco Lindor to the plate now. Fans love him, but he's pretty popular with the players too.
He certainly is, Boog. A player survey on MLB.
That one ripped. And it one hops the wall. Run comes in from second. It's 7-0.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Juan Soto now. He's already homered here in this one. Smoke to right center, and this one's gonna go out of here. Another homer. His second home run of the game. It's 10-0. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back. When you're working with this kind of velocity, so critical that you move the ball around, work quickly, and make sure that you keep that hitter off balance. Clearly not fooled by the location or the velocity. He was all over that fastball.
manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Tim Hill is done. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound.
Now pitching for
the new pitcher in the game, Luke
Number
Weaver.
30.
He's into the game with the bases empty.
Weaver.
Here's a big power threat. Pete Alonso. Just missed.
With how good these offenses are, there's a lot of ball game left.
There's a swing and a miss.
Well, at that velocity, if that's all you're seeing, 88, you can handle that all day long. That's what you get in batting practice. But off the velocity of the fastball, that is a very tough pitch to adjust to.
On the ground to the left. And that goes foul.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Cut on and lifted in the air. Bellinger coming on. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And that's the third out. Mets get 3 on this homer. It's now 10-zip. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Back here at the ballpark, coming off a tough series offensively, and a look at those numbers.
Well.
And that's in for a strike.
Well, every pitcher wants a run support, and having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some pitchers. I think keeping the mindset to attack instead of trying to be too fine and have too much finesse. Go after hitters and get quick outs.
The high heat, too much on that one.
Came inside with that 2-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
0-2.
Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Gets to it onto first. Out on the drop, third strike, 2 gone.
Well, when you swing through that one breaking ball that puts you up against the ropes with 2 strikes, you think he's either going to double up or try to blow a fastball by you with the next pitch. And right there, he snapped off another curve. And it was the same result as the pitch before.
Back to the top of the lineup. Here comes Cody Bellinger. Grounded out his first time. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Lindor makes the grab, and that's the inning. So they go quietly there. On to inning number 4. It's the Mets 10 and the Yankees nothing. Back in the Bronx, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Mark Vientos. In the air, right field. Judge brings it in, and there's one away. Singing 4 homers in 22 games at old Yankee Stadium. What do you remember?
Well, I remember my rookie year hitting 2 in one game, and you know, before that game in the clubhouse, there was a gentleman there who owned a suit company there in downtown Manhattan, and he said to me, "Hey kid, you hit a home run in the game tonight. Come over to the store tomorrow and I'll give you a free suit."
LeMahieu should have this one, and there's 2 away.
Good hard fastball up in the zone right there. They look really good coming in, but so hard to get on top of as a hitter.
Brandon Nimmo up now for the Mets. 1 for 2.
So I went into the game. I happened to hit 2 when I walked into the store the next day, and he looked at me and said, "You're trying to put me out of business, aren't you?" And that was a great experience that I had as a rookie playing against the Yankees, playing in New York.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle, over to Goldie. Third out, and that ends the frame. And the Mets go down 1-2-3, but they're still in front 10-0. Welcome back as we take a peek at the starting pitching so far this year. The pitch. There's a strike.
For you growing up in New York City, I mean, you're a big sports fan. Tell me about your experience with the Yankees growing up.
I really went to Shea Stadium more than I did to Yankee Stadium. I grew up a Phillies fan. There was one game, though, that I went to as a kid. I sat in the upper deck. It was the game that Bo Jackson hit 3 homers in his first 3 plate appearances and then hurt his shoulder diving for Deion Sanders inside the park home run. That's probably the most memorable game that I ever attended as a fan at Old Yankee Stadium.
Now batting.
It's Aaron Judge now. 1 for 1 with a single so far. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
Hit in the air, left field. Nimmo snags it, 2 away.
Now batting, left fielder, Giancarlo Stanton.
2 down, bases empty. Here's the left fielder, Giancarlo Stanton. Fly to center his first time. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. That one down the line and a foul ball. Next offering upstairs. Good eye in that spot. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. And the lefty kicks, delivers. Ripped to third, but handled, and that'll end the inning. So the Yanks go in order. Not looking good. They're down 10-0. Back now with the Subway Series. Here's the second baseman, Jeff McNeil. Neal. Weaver back to work. Ground ball up the middle, and it finds its way through for a hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
The catcher, number 4. Francisco
And now the catcher comes up to him.
Alvarez.
Francisco Alvarez. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. Back there. And that one is going to go. And they add to their lead. It's 12-0. That's their third home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. A breaking ball on the inside part of the plate requires a hitter to stay really square with his mechanics. If you fly open with the front shoulder, there's no way you keep that ball fair. An outstanding job mechanically. He deserves that home run.
Here's the center fielder, Jose Siri. Swings and misses. Strike one.
Well, these Mets, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. They have 5 extra base hits on the stat sheet so far, and that tells me they're seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well.
Next offering is fouled back.
With all those extra base hits, it's easy to think we're going to see that trend continue the rest of the game. They seem to be really locked in at the plate.
Swing and a miss. Weaver with the strikeout.
Oh, that high four-seam fastball has become such a great pitch for pitchers to finish hitters off. They're trying to stay back with 2 strikes, make sure that they can handle something off speed, and just with good spin rate, good rotation through the zone, elevate it a little bit, get a lot of swings and misses, and that's a really nice job right there.
Swing and a ball popped up. Volpe makes the catch. 2 down.
The batter, the right fielder, Juan
2 outs, base is empty.
Soto.
And next for the Mets, Juan Soto. And first offering is fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. And we're at the top of the 5th. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. And
1 ball,
1.
2 strikes.
That pitch
That's ball
just misses the inside corner, and that's
2
ball
balls,
2.
2 strikes.
Fights it off. He'll see another. Two outs. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. Mets add 2 runs on this blast. Home half of the 5th coming up. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Well, this game isn't very close, Siggy. Let's see if we got any messages from those tuning in today.
I know we got some good stuff in there.
All right, Siggy, in ballpark entertainment, you got a favorite mascot race?
Yeah, I love what they do in D.C. with the former presidents.
Somebody always gets tackled. They always get hurt.
I know, and it's just crazy. Imagine running around in those big, bulky suits, and somebody's always going to go down.
Now batting, second baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr.
So a man at first. Jazz Chisholm Jr. stepping in now for the Yankees. Oh, he doesn't get the call. 1-0.
You know, these Yankees need to bring up the quality of their at-bats and specifically their swings. They're trying to find ways to drive the ball with some authority, but it's just not happening for them so far. 0 extra base hits in the game, so it's been tough for them to get anything going.
And he can't come up with it. Still able to fire over. Now second and third and nobody out.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night and just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. Now it's Trent Grisham to the plate. And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes. Grisham, a guy that understands the strike zone.
Not showing great command so far in this at-bat. 2-0 count. He's got to execute here or this could get ugly.
That's out to center field. Siri in position. Nabs it. Runner tags for home. Here's the throw to the plate. Tag. Not in time. He's safe. And they're on the board, but lots of ground to make up. And stepping in for the
Now
Yankees,
batting,
Austin
the
Wells.
Austin.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect labeled over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
That one finds the corner. That's strike one.
0-2 count, both pitches on the inside part of the plate. Hitter is thinking, I don't want to get beat here. This is a good time for something off speed away.
Tosses to first. Out number 2.
Now batting, third baseman, DJ.
Now it's LeMahieu up to hit. 0 for 1 so far. Swinging a foul straight back. And a foul ball. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. They get a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. We're through 5. It's the Mets 12 and the Yankees 1. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far. That one finds the zone. It's 0-1. Activity in the bullpen. Fernando Cruz, the young right-hander, up and throwing. Loaisiga getting cranked up as well. Got him swinging.
That's tough. You see it well. I mean, that was clearly up and out of the strike zone, but that's one of the hardest things. You know, when you see a pitch out of the hand at eye level, that discipline to remember, I can't hit that pitch. If I can see it really well at eye level, I can't catch up to that pitch when a pitcher's got this kind of velocity.
And first offering is fouled off. Vientos, 25 years old, and he's been on a good run at the plate, hitting over 300 in his last 10 games. That one fouled off. High in the air, out to right. 2 down.
Now batting, designated hitter.
2 down, base is empty. And now the DH, Jesse Winker. 1 for 3. Late on that fastball.
Just a bit tardy there. Not sure if he had a hard time picking it up out of the hand or if he was sitting off speed.
Fought off foul.
Got to be careful here. This is the type of hitter that can punish you even with pitches outside the zone.
2 down, nobody on. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. And there's a ball.
2 strikes.
The Mets up big in this one, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. That's a base hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going. Brandon Nimmo up now for the Mets. And that is out of play. Two outs. This one in the air, center field. Bellinger sizing it up. He's there. He's got it. And that'll do it. Mets strand one, but don't shed a tear. They're up 12-1. Back now with the Subway Series.
The Yankees,
bottom of the sixth. And here comes
Cody
Bellinger.
Bellinger.
Swing and a ball lined out towards center. And there's one down.
Up next for the Yankees, the shortstop.
Now it's the shortstop, Anthony Volpe. 0 for 2 in this one. And first offering is fouled off. Next offering is fouled back. One out, base is empty. Now a high fly ball out to left center. Siri sizing this one up. And puts the squeeze on that one. And there's two down.
The right fielder, number 99.
Now it's Aaron Judge up to the plate. He is assembled and he is flied to left. That one finds the zone. That's strike one.
Some hitters are just more confident if they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
And down on strikes he goes. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Offense held in check there. We're through 6 full. It's the Mets 12 and the Yankees 1. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now it's going to be Jeff McNeil.
McNeil.
Ground ball right side. Chisholm tosses to first, and they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th.
The catcher, number 4, Francisco
And here's the catcher, Francisco Alvarez. 3 for 3, 2 singles and a homer. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. And makes the grab. 2 up, 2 down.
That was a good hard fastball with some nice ride up in the zone right there. Hitter looked like he was on it, but I think that velocity at the end just beat him. Instead of a line drive or something hit deep, it's a pop-up and an easy out for the defense.
Siri stands in now and watches strike one. Inside, almost got him. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Swing and a ball popped in the air. Volpe brings it in for the 3rd out.
Now pitching for
We're
the
back
Mets,
in a new pitcher here to start the
Number
bottom of the
33.
seventh. A.J. Minter.
Compared to some days, this is a pretty low leverage appearance for him, so he should be fairly free and easy out there. Still have to keep yourself sharp and attack the strike zone.
And here
Leading
is
off for the
Giancarlo
Yankees,
Stanton.
the left fielder, Giancarlo Stanton.
Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
0-1's the count.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike two.
0-2 is the count.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
Well, that at-bat seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there. At least to foul something off, extend that at-bat.
And here's Paul Goldschmidt. This one in the air. Lindor drops into the glove. That's out number 2.
Hey, man, 4 pitches,
The
2
batter,
outs.
number
That is an
13,
excellent
second
base.
baseman, Jazz
2 outs, base is
Jr.
empty. Now it's the second baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr. Close one,
Ball
doesn't get the call. Ball
1-0.
1. The Yanks with a lot of ground to make up. Here at the
Nope,
bottom of
that's
the
the ball.
7th.
2 balls, no strikes. Nope, that's down.
Next offering in there for a strike. And the count is 3-1. And there's ball
That's
4.
ball 4. Take your base.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at
Now
first base
batting,
is going to have
the
a very
designated
aggressive
hitter.
secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Grisham, the batter now, as he swings and misses for strike 1.
0-1.
Snap throw to first.
Safe.
Chisholm back in standing. That's in for a strike at 95.
No
0-2
balls,
now.
2 strikes.
Chisholm off of first with 2 away. Rip to third. Vientos whips it to first. That's the inning. The Yanks leave 1. They're looking up at a 12-1 deficit. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start
Number
the 8th.
63.
Fernando Cruz.
Well, he's been hit pretty hard at times this season, as you see with the big ERA. So this is an important outing for him to get on the right track.
Lindor.
Swing and a base hit. And the leadoff man aboard. Juan Soto now at the plate. Cruz picks over.
safe.
Lindor back in there. Lindor on the move. There's the ball.
Outside, that's a ball.
Throw,
He's safe.
save. That's a stolen base. And that's too
2-0.
high.
When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up, and that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
This to third. Fires across the diamond. First out in the top of the 8th.
Now batting, the first baseman, Pete Alonso.
So digging in, Pete Alonso. First
Ball.
pitch misses. One out and a runner at second, and we're in the top of the 8th. That one ripped, but foul. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. And the polar bear strikes out.
That cutter right there had just enough movement on it to get the swing and miss. It wasn't a great location by any means. That's typically a spot that hitters can handle. So I'd say he fooled him with just enough of that late action.
Vientos in the box now as he leaves that one up high. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. Headed towards the corner. Judge settles under it and makes the catch. And that is that.
Now pitching for
Back
the
now,
Mets.
new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Huascar Brazoban.
And you know, bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well.
Austin Wells getting ready to hit. And that's through there for a strike. 0-1. And misses inside.
He doubled up on the off speed there. We talk about the power fastball, but he's working a little differently here.
Got him. And there's one away. So the bullpen doing a nice job backing up the effort from their starter.
Yeah, we've seen some pretty excellent pitching out of this staff so far. I mean, they've come in ready to do their job and get outs. They've been pretty tough to get to in this one.
LeMahieu in the box with one away as he takes ball 1. And there's a foul ball. Next pitch is inside. Now 2 balls and a strike. Base is empty, 1 away. Here the bottom half of the 8th inning. And it's even up.
Ooh, Baya. You got to remember to take the donut off the bat, partner.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Chance to strike out the side now. You talk about the benefits, the advantages of relievers who can come in and get the swing and miss, whether it's inherited runners or maybe a little jam that they get into themselves. Knowing that they can miss the bat, tell you what, that's huge and can change the ball game.
Two down, nobody on. Tap foul at the plate. In the air out towards right center. Siri makes the grab. That is the inning. Back at Yankee Stadium, now it's the DH, Jesse Winker. Cruz back to work. That one is absolutely belted way back there. He won't get there. That should be extra bases. It's a double. Third hit of the night for him.
Well, this one started with a bad jump, a bad read off of the bat. He ends up having to try to leap out of desperation, can't come down with it, and it turned into extra bases.
So, man aboard. Brandon Nimmo digs in now. Swing and a foul out of play. Hammered down the right side, but foul. Man at second. That one close, ruled a ball. Now 1 and 2.
2 strikes to count.
Swing and a high fly ball left field. Stanton makes the catch, and there's one down.
The batter, number 1, second baseman, Jeff McNeil.
And next for the Mets, Jeff McNeil. Here's your 1. That's down and in. That one pushed foul. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. Gets the out, 2 down after the strikeout. And an excellent job keeping it right there.
Well, that splitter out of the hand, it just sort of jumps on you, and your interpretation is here comes a fastball again. Well, it never really reaches because the bottom falls out of it and you swing over the top. And that's why they call it a split finger fastball, because it looks like a four-seamer.
And now it's going to be Francisco Alvarez. Swing and a miss.
0-1 the count.
Runner at second, 2 down. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. Another homer. He's done it again. His second homer of the game, and they add on. It's 14-1. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish.
So let's take a closer look inside the numbers. That blast from StatCast, 113 miles an hour off the bat, Singy.
And it just flew out of here, Boog. Even if you only heard the ball hit the bat, you knew that was a home run. I mean, he put a perfect swing on it, and the numbers back it up.
Jose Siri up now for the Mets. Swing and a miss.
0-1. Ball. 1-1.
He swings and fouls one off. Base is empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in here at the top of the 9th.
I'm out.
Now time called at the plate. Way inside, and that hit him.
Ball hit him.
He had 2 strikes on him,
Now
and he hit him.
Shortstop,
Here's Francisco Lindor. He's one of the best players in the game. Cruz throws to first, and he's back in safely. Runner on the go. Pitches
That's
low.
a ball.
Safe
Count
at second,
1-0.
and that was not close. And that one in the air center field. Bellinger makes the play, and that is that. But two come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this two-run homer. We head now to the bottom of the ninth. Back after this on the show.
Now pitching for
Back
the Mets.
now as they hand the ball to a fresh
Number
arm to start the
55.
bottom of the ninth. Ryan Stanek.
Definitely a guy that pounds the strike zone, makes hitters earn their way on base, and rarely gets in trouble because of free passes.
And stepping in
Leading
for
up
the Yankees,
for the
Anthony
Yankees,
Volpe.
the shortstop.
You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. Foul ball there.
Yeah, we go beyond just the fielding percentage and what it looks like, but
This one swung on and hit well, way back there. And it's gone. He circles the bases. Home run number 5 on the season. It's 14-2.
I wasn't sure he hit that one as hard as he needed to get it out of here, but it had just enough behind it for the homer. What an attempt at the wall, though. He really gave a terrific effort to try and bring that one back.
Aaron Judge at the plate. Stanek in his 8th season, 33 years old, and they went out and made a trade for him last season. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Swings through that one out in front that time.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Down on strikes, looking for the 2nd straight plate appearance. Here's Stanton now. 0 for 3 in this
the left
one.
fielder, Giancarlo Stanton.
That misses, and that's ball 1.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one. That's the one. When she elevates, guys aren't touching it.
One down, base is empty, and that one fouled off. That just misses. 2-2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Two now. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
Well, he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just a little bit of illusion at the end.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Comes the 2-2. Swings through it for the K. Yankees with only 1 out remaining.
Well, he just had no answer for that hard inside fastball right there. Just blew it by him. And not every pitcher likes working inside, especially with 2 strikes. They don't want to hit a batter and waste an opportunity to put him away. But if you can locate that fastball just like he did, most hitters aren't looking for it, and it becomes very difficult to get a piece of.
2 down, base is empty, but 1 run across here in the last half of inning number 9. Late with the swing there.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good, and then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. The Yankees down to their final strike. On the ground, and this should do it. On to first, ball game. And the Mets slug their way to a win in this this one.
Every night they come to play, and they've racked up a really impressive win streak to this point. To win this many games in a row, you have to be at least a little lucky, but more than that, you have to execute. We're seeing that from them right now.
14-2 at the end of this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.